morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Say good morning.
Good morning.
Say, I hope you have a wonderful day.
Hope you want to play.
Junie and I are...
Mama,
Yes?
you want to ask me?
Huh?
You want to ask me? Okay. Bye-bye.
You can get it. Junie and I are outside. It is just a little past 7 a.m. Juliana and Dad are still sleeping. And I wanted to come talk to you guys before we recorded today because I don't think we'll be talking much in our recorded video because Johnta and I need to desperately deep clean and rearrange our living room. So, backstory. So we are going to rearrange the living room. We are going to move Jonta's Xbox back into our bedroom where it originally was. It's not aesthetically pleasing in our living room. His big gigantic gaming chair is just, it does not belong in the living room. So we are going to try to tackle that today. I'm gonna be cleaning baseboards.
Mama.
Yeah, baby. And all of the things. So I am waiting on him to wake up. I'm not gonna let him sleep really late because I know it's going to probably take a full day for us to get it all done. So right now Junie and I are outside. I'm letting him hit his baseball and run around while I drink my coffee. And yeah, so I hope we all have a good day today. I hope you guys have a good day today. I hope you are productive. I hope we get our tasks done today. It can be challenging sometimes cleaning the house with 2 under 2. Juliana's really not, she doesn't make messes and she stays in one place. Look, it's 90 degrees. Come here, baby. What you got? You got a hat?
Yes.
Okay. You look very handsome in your hat. Did Auntie get you that hat? Auntie got you that hat? It has the hiccups. So yeah, we are going to attempt to be very productive today. We are going to try to get the house straightened out. In the videos that you guys have already seen, our living room is actually not the way that we keep it. We had friends and family here for my graduation. Yeah. I can't get it, baby. You gotta play with your basketball. We had friends and family here for my graduation, which meant we had to make sure that everyone had somewhere to sleep. And so that meant we pushed the couch against the wall. We brought the ottoman back over to make the couch a very large sleeping area. And it worked out, but now it's time for it to get back to how it's supposed to be.
Happy. Mama happy.
That is Mama's coffee.
Yeah, that's Mama happy.
Come here.
Okay.
Say, have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Basketball. You gonna tell everybody to have a good day?
Bye.
Say have a good day.
Bye. Today.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
That's nice of you.
Bye.
Bye. Say see you later.
See you later, Mama.
See you later, everybody.
See you later, Mommy.
Okay, so part 1 of organizing, cleaning today. Deep cleaning today. Donnie's sent us home with 2 of these sized bags of clothing. So this has actually been a reoccurring thing since before Junie was even born. So the beautiful thing of Junie having older cousins. Not only Donnie's having Jackson, but my sisters have sons. So hand-me-down clothes have been a godsend for our family and for Junie. So, and I don't know if you guys know this, I actually just learned this. When you look at size 24 months compared to 2T, 24 months is 2 years old. So what's the difference, right? So 24 months is actually for children who are not potty trained, and it gives a little bit more of a wiggle room or a bigger area for a diaper or a pamper, where you look at a 2T and those fit a little bit more snug and do not have as much room for diaper pamper, because those are for toddlers or little ones that are potty trained. So now that Junie is almost potty trained, I'm not getting rid of the 24 months that still fit him, because I just don't see that being necessary. But if they do not fit, if they're 24 months and you can tell that they're not going to fit, I am going to go ahead and put them in the do not fit pile. So that is what we're doing right now. Hey, we don't hit, remember? Say hello.
Hello.
So this is so
Mama.
far, give me 1 second, baby. This so far is the pile that is no longer going to fit Junie. These are all things that we already had that we can keep pants wise, some shirts and some sweaters. And now I have to start going through his closet and seeing what is too small in here before I open up all of the new stuff. And see, like, stuff like this, it would still fit him, because it is a 24 months, so it would still fit him. But the thing is, he like prefers not to wear this anymore because he's potty training, so it's a lot harder for him to unsnap, and we don't expect him to do that. So yes, baby. Yeah, is she up? See, like, more snappy tank tops he won't wear. Now that he's almost there, potty training, we do not need snappies anymore. Yeah, baby. Somebody just woke up. Say hi. You crying? Say hi. You don't need that, baby. It's gonna make you look girl. Now the challenge is...
Hey down, Mama.
No, thank you. Let Sissy have some more of your stuffies. They are both awake. Little Mama is active.
Hey down, Sissy.
And we still have to tackle
Hey down,
these
Sissy.
clothes. All these
Hey
hangers.
down, Sissy.
Gotta finish
Mama.
all these. Yeah, babe.
You come up here.
Okay. And then these are all of the new clothing that we have to go through and put away. And now we are in Miss Juliana's room, and we're gonna do the same thing. Go through the clothes that she does no longer fit and switch them with clothes that she does fit.
Mama.
Yeah, babe.
You're right.
Go put them back, please. I am done. I went through Junie's drawers. I went through his closet. I went through all of the clothes that were on the guest bed, Juliana's drawers, and her closet. And I have a small pile of Juliana's clothing that no longer fits. So anything that is under 6 months is in this pile. And then Junie's pile is rather large. It has been a while since I went through his clothes, so when Donnie sent those big bags of clothing from Jackson, I just knew it was time. So everything from here is pretty much anything under 24 months, and then if it is 24 months and it fit him, it's probably in this pile because it has the buttons, because he's potty trained or potty training, so the buttons are just too hard for him. I really enjoy going through the kids' clothes as they grow. It brings me back to when I was the smallest in our household. So I can hear her yelling. I always had hand-me-down clothes, and I think it's a blessing. My kids have, Juliana's the first girl, really. I mean, my nieces are older, so, but Juliana is the first baby girl in a long time, so all of baby girl's clothes are relatively new. With that being said, it really brings me back to when we used to pull out all of the tubs from the basement or the attic or wherever they were stored in the house at the time and go through and switch from summer to winter and winter to summer every year. And my aunt used to have to pull boxes and buckets of clothes out that she had packed away from the last season, and then we would have like a try-on haul in the living room for hours. So it really brings me back to those times. There were at one point 6 children in our home, so my parents raised 6 of us at one point, so it really makes me think about those times. So I am done with the clothing for the day. I'm about to fold it all up and put it nice and neat in piles so that I know what sizes are what and where what is going. So we're gonna give some stuff away, keep some stuff packed up, and yeah. So.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, I'm leaving.
Bye. Tell them bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Be safe.
I'm going in. I'm going in. She'll say, hey, do you want to sell? I'm gonna say, yeah, I want to sell.
Daddy, please.
And then
They're gonna see that you have things.
Daddy,
I'm gonna stay and wait.
Daddy,
Yep.
Okay.
Love you.
Daddy, please.
Please.
Huh?
Daddy, please.
Can you leave this one on bed?
Bye. Bye.
Tell
Alright.
him he needs to take a
Bye.
big nap.
Gotta take a nap, all right?
Bye.
All right. Be a good listener for mama, all right?
Bye.
All right, night-night.
Bye.
Love you. All right, baby, I'm gone. All right, guys. So I have been sent on a mission to taking clothes that Junie no longer can fit. So I'm taking these up here to, dang, where am I taking them? Once Upon a Child. Once Upon a Child. So just take them up there. You know, anytime we get to that point, because we don't have anybody to pass these clothes down to, you know, we just take them up here, and when he's done with them, take them up here. You can either donate them or sell them, or you can buy clothes, whatever you want to do, you know, basically. So this definitely will be an adventure because I typically do not do this. All right, this is typically a her thing. But yeah, it should be interesting. We'll see how this goes. Let's see if we can do this. So I just took these clothes into Once Upon a Child. Like I'm trying to gather myself because, like, let me tell you something. I've never went in there. I'm lying to you. I've went in here once before, but I was just going through the motions. You know, it's like I was on autopilot, just walking around. You know, I touch some clothes here, touch some here. You know, she'll ask me something. I'm like, absolutely, yeah, I'm loving that. Get that. You know, let's get it. But I've never come, and I was the one who was bringing clothes to sale. And so I actually get in here, And when I tell you, it was like they were talking another language. I'm like, let me gather myself. You know, let me gather myself, because like I went in and immediately it's fast paced. You know, it's a bunch of moms in here just running around, they're grabbing stuff and they're bringing stuff and they're setting stuff down, and they moving like it's rush hour at a fast food restaurant or something like that. So I'm like, okay. And I'm just kind of standing here in the corner when I first walk in, like, all right, you can do this. And I walk up and she's like, honey, she's like, sweetie, you come on. And I was like, oh yes ma'am. Okay. And then I was like, you want me to set this here? Do you want me to hold this for you? Do you want me to, you know? And she was like, just set it right there. She was like, is it gray? And I was like, is it gray? What did she? The whole time she's talking about the basket. It's the basket gray. I was like, oh yes ma'am, it's gray with a little, like, I guess like a little beige on there, a little darker gray. She was like, so gray. And I was like, yes ma'am, this is gray. We'll call it gray. And she asked if I've ever been there. I was like, no ma'am, I've never been here before. Never. It's my first time here. Like, I need your ID. I gave her my ID and I was like, okay. The whole time it's a line of women behind me. They're waiting on me, and I'm like, here I go. I'm about to cause a riot in here. And so she then tells me there's certain things that she can't take. I was like, yes ma'am, that's fine. I'll take it back to the car. And then she has me signing this stuff. And I'm like, what am I signing? I was like, you know what? I've already made a fool of myself enough. I was like, I'm just sign it. And so I signed it, and then they tell me, they said, yeah, $5.15. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I have to pay $5.15? Do I have to, you know, that's she waiting for me to pay for? She tells me the clothes won't be ready until 5:15. Kid you not when I say this. I kid you not when I say this. Right now, it is 1:30. So I have to wait until 5:15 to come back and get all the clothes and everything, and then we'll see what they are willing to take and what they're not willing to take. So, yeah, if I got to grade this experience, F. I'm gonna give it an F. You know, I'm harsh. I'm a very hard grader. You know, I'm gonna be real hard. Not an enjoyable experience. First and last time when we're doing this again. All right, so I don't need to give it a second shot. I don't need to try it again. I don't need to come when it's a downtime. F. Not because the place is bad, nothing like that. Just because it's too fast paced. Like, it's moving. And I'm like, yo, I'm the only one that's not in, you know, I'm not in sync. So that's my experience.
I hear Junie getting up from his nap saying he has to go to the bathroom. Wow, Johnta is playing the game this afternoon, and now that Junie is waking up to go to the bathroom, I'm going to take advantage and sneak and try to move some things in our room around without him knowing. Hopefully I don't end up needing help, because this dresser is kind of heavy and I do want to move that. We'll see how that goes by myself. I want to do this before we move the things around later on this evening from the living room to the room, because I want to know how I want the room set up before we bring his ugly game table back in here. So I want to figure out where I want to put it. So I'm going to do this beforehand. I have this big painting, and it was in our room behind the dresser. And I bet you would think that this was bought somewhere. And originally it was originally like a whole bunch of colors that did not go with the aesthetic of my house. And so when we moved in here, Miss Beautiful 2 Creations with Donna done taken the extra paint we had from paint samples that I had all over my house, trying to figure out what color I was gonna paint the house. And she created this. And we call it a Picasso, a Donna Picasso. So I think I am actually going to be taking the pictures in our living room that are verses. We used, it's 1 Corinthians. We used it as, Donnie's made them for our wedding. They were sitting on the edges of the chairs down the aisle for Johnta and I's wedding. Well, I feel like they're getting worn because they're hanging, and I don't want them to go bad or to break apart, because I may want to use them eventually for like Juliana. Like, I would love to be able to have something that sentimental made by her aunt at our wedding, used in our wedding. So maybe one day for her. So with that being said, I want to take them off the wall, and I think I'm gonna put my Picasso back up, but we'll see. Push it. Let's see if we like it. It's just something about a dresser. I should not be this out of breath. Something about a dresser in front of a window that I like, and I like the opening of a full wall. So let's see if we like it. It was here, for reference, it was here. All this stuff was behind it, hidden, out of sight, out of mind. The door. But now it is, I don't know. I don't know. Do I like it? Hold on. Okay, I think after the windows are shut, the blinds are shut, maybe after I dress it up, after I dress up the dresser, I will like it. But we're gonna leave it here until later on this evening to see if when we bring everything else in here, I do still like it. But for right now, I'm gonna leave her right here and just see what we end up doing. There's so much stuff all this way, so.
What's up?
Do you like it like that?
Why did you start moving stuff?